Thank you all so much for tuning in to the 9th straight PHNX Coyotes post-game loss show. I guess Pack Therapy, if you will.
Should we rename it to that?
That's a really good name. Pack Therapy is way better. Let's just roll with that.
How many straight losses is this?
Do you have green eye? Craig,
9. 9. Brought to you by the one and only DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah Merrill here with Craig Morgan, Steve Peters, rocking these sweet hats that Craig brought us back. We have to wear them because it's cold in Winnipeg.
Yeah, it's not cold here.
Cold in Winnipeg. You see those street
it's
shots?
Arizona
26 degrees. It was balmy today in Winnipeg.
26 would be as nice as it ever got there.
Yeah.
Did you ever do the inside walk? Did you? Can we start talking now?
Yeah.
Have you done your business?
Yeah.
Okay. But
you should just host. Go
I don't know. But did you do the #1 rated sportsbook app?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I didn't listen. Do you know the one thing about Winnipeg is they've got a hotel and that you stay in and the rink, and you're supposed to be able to walk the entire distance inside.
Habit Trail.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah, I
in
have
Winnipeg?
actually.
Successfully done it?
No, wasn't able to find my way all the way there.
Holy shit.
Same thing in Calgary, right? I couldn't do it.
Should they do a map? Should there be a map?
It would be nice. I mean, because
Well, you got to turn.
You walk
at
outside for
you
5
turn
minutes
at
and
the
you
Tim
die.
Hortons, and then you turn at the Rexall, and you're like, huh? And then you have to get out on the street, which defeats the whole purpose. You get on the street to see where the hell you're at, and you've gone farther away from the hotel. Sorry. It's cold
true,
there.
though. It's
I
true.
think that's what we're saying.
Like, there's a few cities where they have that ability where it's all supposed to be connected. Calgary's like that. St. Paul's like that too. But I've never been able to figure out how to get all the way there. So
I'm a little grumpy today.
yeah. And you know what
One
else?
sigh on the OG Speedy Psych.
There's been a
That's getting hot
lot
for
of
me already.
size today.
So that's getting too
I think
hot
I'm
for
going
me.
to keep wearing mine
you keep
because
wearing yours.
people are already insulting my fashion choices in the chat. So people have been complimentary of the hats. So I can
know what
at
I'd
least
say
be
to them?
1 for 2.
That's what I'd say to them.
I don't.
Oh, I like
okay,
it.
so people have caught on to the fact that you have a sticky note. I don't know if they can read it because of the glare of the light.
Son of a gun.
But if you can tell me what's on
Wait a
Craig's
minute. Oh,
sticky
okay.
note,
Never mind.
I don't know what I will reward you with, but if you can tell me, I will give you a big shout out.
Okay.
Well, let's dive into it, and let's start off with what this loss means for this Coyotes team. And we have some numbers. Thanks to Craig.
Thanks to NHL Stats. All I did was ask a question.
Yes, thank you to NHL Stats.
By the way, props to NHL Stats because they are like money. When I ask a question, like how quickly did that come back to me tonight? Like, here you go.
What time did you ask that?
I asked it like 10 minutes before they got it to
Wow.
me. They're
On a Sunday night?
amazing.
Love
Exactly. Like I was thinking Sunday night, I might not get this until tomorrow. Boom, there it was.
Love it. So let's take a look at the stats. Oh my God, he's in a bad mood today. Oh my goodness. Okay, with this loss, the Coyotes now tie, and this is before this game for the record. But they are now tie for second in most regulation losses in a row in Arizona Coyotes history. So if you're looking at this thinking, that doesn't look like what this says, that's because 1 and 2 are Winnipeg Jets numbers from 1979. We're just talking about Arizona.
And we'll get to that later, won't we?
We will.
Shared history.
Shared history.
Mhm.
But they now move up to number 2 to tie for that.
And if they lose to the Red Wings on Tuesday at the Mullet, they'll be right up at the top with those two Jets. Boy.
And the Coyotes 2014-15.
Boy, howdy. It is a 9-game losing streak now.
It is. And we have a super chat from Charles, a $9 super chat. He sent an
Nicely
$8
done,
one
Charles.
last
He's going
night.
to go broke if he keeps
I know. Charles,
Here's
listen.
a $3,000
Yeah, it's
super
like,
chat.
how many games? $39 for the
Exactly.
39th loss.
Sorry, CWP.
Loss number 9, Tank running fine, HKTDD.
Charles is my dealer, actually. He's raking it in.
I don't even know where to go with that. My goodness. But what did you guys think of this game? The second 2-1 loss in
It was a
2
game.
days?
It was a game. Veg played well. Played well.
We need to give Veggie some props because we've kind of been ripping on him a little bit as of late.
You know what? And he played well in the last game, too. He faced a lot of shots in the last game. So, you know, and he apparently always plays well against the Winnipeg Jets. So
And he continued to do
Yeah, he
that.
played well in that building.
Yeah.
He did. Like it was clearly, when you look up and the shots are 9-1, you're like, what? Like, I get it. You're a back-to-back. I understand that. So if the shots, Craig, are 9-1, 8-1, when you get across the blue line, what would you think your thought process should be? Or
if you're the Coyotes,
or you're on a 4-minute power play. What do you think you should think?
Maybe? Get a puck on that.
Maybe I should shoot. Maybe I should shoot. Do you have any idea what's going on right now?
Photo of my shoe.
Keep talking. I'm gonna tweet the photo.
I mean,
so I guess I understand it, but when you see you're struggling to get shots on goal already, and you know you're playing on a back-to-back, and you know offensive opportunities are going to be very limited tonight. You know they are because guys are tired. You do not pass up any opportunities to get pucks on net, period.
Is Peter Mrazek in net?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's 7 out of 8. Then you got a chance.
You'd be up. You'd probably be tied in the game if you're getting outshot 9-1.
So, having said that, Karel kept them in this. I mean, this game,
he did.
After one period, it's 1-0, 0-0 after one. They got outshot, 12-4 after 4 minutes on the power play. And you're going, they survived it. They're going to wake up in the second because they always wake up in the second. That's what this team does. Hey, let's face it. They're tired. It's been a hard week. It's a hard game. Winnipeg's a better team. Winnipeg is, they had some unbelievable offensive opportunities tonight. Having said that, they're a brown post away from tying this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or 2 fish opportunities right on the doorstep.
Fish.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oof. Yeah.
Schmaltz setting up Peyton on that one shot.
Yep.
Like this was a closer game. And there were definitely moments where you felt like the ice was tilted in one direction or the other. That first period, the Coyotes were outshot 12-4. In the second period, they didn't get another shot on goal through 10 minutes. Like their 5th shot of the game was the Keller goal. There were times where I was thinking, "Oh my God! Like, that's
halfway through the second period?
How many shots are they gonna get in this game at all?" But you know what? A 2-1 loss, sure.
Competitive.
Yeah, for
competitive tanking.
For sure, it was, and they did have those offensive opportunities. And they're granted they didn't get the shots on goal early, but right up till the buzzer, they had a chance to get back in this game. And I have said it over and over, and I know. Competitive games, keeping your seat till the buzzer, but they lose in regulation. Check. Done.
Check.
Move on.
Check.
9 times.
9 straight. So
I feel bad for them.
Can we talk about me for a minute?
Okay.
Sure.
So when you looked at that graph on 2014-15 and 17-18, I worked on those teams. So I would really like to see this make it to 11. Does it go to 11?
Just so you're not part of history anymore?
No, but it goes to 11. Do you get that reference?
I do get that.
Do you get Leah? Well, don't they go to 10? Yeah, but it goes to 11. No? Anyway, so I'm hoping for the 11. I know it's personal, but I'd like to see this one get to 11. So can we go 2 more? Can Detroit beat them? Because I think the Ovechkin thing is going to happen. I have a feeling, by the way, when we get the DraftKings Sportsbook app, hammer number 8.
Respond in the chat if you know what Petey's talking about.
Yeah. But it goes to 11. CWP, if you don't know, but it goes to 11. If you don't know what that means, am I that
Sean,
old?
do you know what that means?
Not a damn clue.
Okay.
But it's loud. Yeah, but it goes to 11 and it's 1 louder. No, but isn't the same loud? No, it's 11. It's 1 louder. Nobody?
I simply have nothing to add. I do not.
I am too old for this shit.
No, but that's a good reference.
It is a good reference. If Karen was here, she'd know it.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
All right.
It's not.
SC says Leah needs to watch more movies from the 80s. Skid Row, is that a thing?
I don't know.
This is Spinal Tap?
Hey, who got it?
Bingo.
CWP. Of course it was CWP. The amp.
Oh,
My
there
amp
we go.
goes
Do
to
you guys
11.
feel better? You guys
Thank
feel better?
you.
It's a great movie.
Thank you, Nick.
There, yeah. Yeah, okay. Got it. We got it.
It says amp. It goes to 11.
Okay, well,
Youngins
sorry.
these days.
The more you
Joel
freaking
got
know.
it. Thank you.
It's
just
David's in the chat.
David.
David.
Is David traveling right now, or is he there?
He's in Wyoming.
He's in Wyoming. Do they have Wi-Fi in Wyoming? They do? I did not know that.
There's Karen.
There's Karen.
Yeah.
See, she got it. So I guess I don't want to appear like I am negative. It was a long sports day,
Don't
by
want
the
to
way.
appear like I'm negative.
It's a long sports
we
day.
have a side counter
know.
that's just for you.
It's a long sports day
We have
today.
more than a year's worth of evidence, buddy.
A long sports day today. But this was considering it's a back-to-back and it's in Winnipeg against this team, the number 1 team in the Central Division, I think this was a good game for the Arizona Coyotes. I wish they got off to a little bit better start, and I wish they would get shots on net on their power play. I'm getting tired of the power play zipping it around. And they've got that licked. They've got the 5 passes around the perimeter done. Nailed it. Practiced it, worked on it, got it. Let's get the puck to the net on the power play. What I'd like to see on Tuesday in Detroit, it's a 2-pass over the blue line, 2-pass shot. I don't care who. It used to be a rule when you're not scoring. It's a 2-pass maximum, and then it's going to the net. And the good thing about that is everybody knows it's going to the net. And when everybody's knows it's going there, everybody goes there. And you get better opportunities on the power play, especially when you're struggling right now. And this team needs a power play goal.
Yeah.
And that would have been the difference tonight on a 4-minute power play when Clayton Keller gets just, owie.
Ouch. Yeah. Quite.
5G's coming in May.
Let's go, David. We miss you so much. Okay, well,
Are we driving people to quit? Like, and move?
Yeah,
to Wyoming.
Yeah.
Well, and Rebuild Reminder moved out of state too. Like, we just push them away.
Rebuild Reminder. Sean's had a good tenure on the show.
Yeah, I've got something to tell y'all.
Did you see what Averett said?
He almost didn't come back.
Did you see what Averett said?
HK on the bottom of Craig's shoe. Ding, ding, ding.
Bingo.
Well, I mean, I did tweet the picture, so people could have
That's a pretty good tip.
Cheated.
I guess I can take this off now.
Yeah, but
we'll see what I come up with next time.
We should just save that sticky note. It might come in handy someday.
No, it's gross. It's been on the bottom.
It was as close as we came to pulling out the Wheel of Fantasy in a long time, but it was only 2-1.
Yeah, if it was like...
Oh, look at that. Still got it.
Oh my God. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on audio, I just like...
That was a great catch. Could the Vikings have watched Craig do that today?
Oh, buddy.
Too soon?
You know, I looked at your purple socks and thought...
I know. Well, why do you think they're purple socks today?
Of course they're purple socks.
People earlier were complaining that they can't see your socks.
Do we have a certain photo?
No, we don't.
Okay, never mind.
These are my wait until next year socks.
Oh,
I'm
buddy.
literally crying.
Too soon?
I feel for you. Like and everybody knows this. They can attest to this. I've been rooting for a Bills-Vikings Super Bowl for a very long time.
Well,
One team took care of business in spite of its quarterback.
Keep wishing.
The other did not.
Okay, that's enough football talk today.
Okay.
The Bills won, the Vikings lost. Moving on.
By the numbers.
Straight.
And
Yay,
moving on.
Numbers. We can get to really
Spidey
see
Craig,
what
that was like
happened.
a Spider-Man thing.
Bills Vikings numbers. Oh no, sorry.
Yeah. 20. I mean, the fact that the Coyotes ended up with 21 shots on goal is...
And the Jets only had 24.
Yeah, that's crazy.
After 12
because
in the first period.
in the first period, I said to Craig, this might be another 40-plus save night from Veggie against the Jets.
Exactly what I thought.
That's exactly where I thought it was going. And then
24.
It didn't. So Winnipeg 1 for 2 on their power play. Coyotes, like you already mentioned, can't get it done.
Sorry, yawning here.
No, but and just through
I
the
take
game
my
too.
opportunity to yawn when the
When
numbers
the
are up.
graphics
But
Yeah.
it's true. So it's the one, again, we're going to take the little wins where you can. Limiting a team like the Winnipeg Jets, who are a high-powered offense that skate incredibly well, to 24 shots is a win, especially after 12 in the first.
Winnipeg was playing its third game in 4 days too. Remember, and
And
first
again,
two,
they're tired.
First two were on the road, so they're tired too. So yeah.
Crazy. The power play special teams hurt this team again.
Yeah.
1 for 2, and that was a good power play. It's a hell of a tip for the Jets.
Yeah,
for their
that was a
first
great
goal.
play by Dubois.
Yeah, and they moved the puck extremely well,
Dubois.
and they got a puck to net with traffic.
You don't like the way I said that?
No,
Dubois.
I did.
And the Coyotes power play with a 4-minute power play at that time gave them an opportunity to get into this game.
But you know who they didn't have? They didn't have a Dubois.
Dubois.
Dubois. I don't know why I keep saying it.
I don't know. It's fun.
I'm kind of done with the numbers though, so
Yeah.
unless you want to keep reading.
No, we can be done with the numbers.
Okay.
I have
There they
nothing
are.
really else to say.
Yeah.
Let's look at Petey's keys now. How about that?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Give
Right.
Craig
One-
another
Oh, right
opportunity
into it.
Check them all off.
to yawn.
So I will say this: the Connor thing, that kid can play, and Kyle Connor's so under the radar because he plays in Winnipeg. He didn't get a point tonight. 9-game point streak over against the Arizona Coyotes.
Wow.
How about that? So that's a win. Ding.
I think the Jets took your second key instead of the Coyotes.
Yeah, 0 from the D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Yotes didn't get that going. I was really hoping that, and I guess what I meant by that is I wanted to see them get more shots from the point with people going to the net. Just like we said, I thought with Gostisbehere, he's been good against, the teams in the Central Division. I thought we might get that. We didn't see that. And Veggie had to be great, and I think he was.
Yeah,
so,
we already gave him his flowers.
So Veggie, I mean, what is it? They got 2 of them. They stopped Connor, and Veggie was there. They got 2 out of 3, but it's just not quite
It's
enough
just not
for the win.
enough.
Before we take this graphic down, I wanted to ask about your inspiration for the design here, because to me it kind of looks like a grave. Like you put the cross on a grave, and it feels like Petey's keys, and then boom.
Why are you asking Petey what Sean made?
First of all,
No, I'm
just Sean. It's a whiteboard with magnets. Who sees that?
Petey's keys.
The Petey's keys cross.
DB, I don't see that at all.
I don't see a cross
like planting it in
all.
the ground. All right.
I see a whiteboard with my photo album on it.
I don't see a cross at all.
With all my photo memories
talking. I don't know.
of my life.
Oh my God.
It's a whiteboard. There's the eraser on the damn thing.
All right.
You're twisted. You've got issues. What?
Show was never on the rails to begin with. Just saying. Okay, well, a good thing that did happen tonight, I guess the good thing is the Coyotes continue to lose and the teams that we would want to win continue to win. But in the roster itself, last night we literally sat here and talked about Clayton Keller being on a bit of a cold streak, and he kind of had a bit of a bounce back game, drew 2 penalties, one of them, of course, being the high stick, took one for the team literally by taking that gushing blood from his mouth. But he drew another penalty later in the game. And then, of course, he was the Coyotes' lone goal scorer. Mm-hmm. And it was quite a shot, too. Really waited out the defenseman.
Yeah, he waited forever.
And it was a crazy angle, perfectly placed shot. That was a really nice, pretty shot. So that was his 15th goal of the season, which is good for him to kind of be neck and neck with Krause there.
Yeah.
He's the guy you want to be leading this team.
And good for me because I have a story coming up on that.
And that's exactly why
pretty much
he did
why
that.
I care. Yeah.
So good for Clayton Keller. He needed that. What?
I've had it.
Oh my God. Okay. And with that, I think
just
we
gonna
can
sit here and drink beer. But with Keller. No, I'm going to talk about Keller. We were just talking about Keller.
Oh, go for it. All right.
No,
I thought we were going back to the grave.
No.
Okay.
I'm wondering. So he gets the goal. Great goal, by the way. Takes the puck down. The patience he had on that goal and the angle he shot it, phenomenal. And be able to come back and that stick and he stitches, all those things. Great. I'm wondering now, though, and it's going to go back to this. It's going to go back to the 11-7 again. So he plays so much.
Mm-hmm.
So he plays.
You got the minutes?
25 minutes tonight. Clayton Keller played almost 26 minutes
back to back
in a 60-minute back-to-back game. This isn't a double overtime game. That's
like defenseman numbers.
Defenseman numbers. The only player on the ice that got more minutes than him was Gostisbehere, and it's by seconds.
Yeah. That's crazy.
He's playing over 25 minutes, almost 26 minutes he's on the ice half of the game.
That's wild. That really
At game 42, after he was hurt and missed all of training camp, again, is that sustainable?
At least he'll get a break. Oh, wait, no, he won't.
No, the All-Star break.
Congrats on being an All-Star, Kels.
I mean, I guess is your leading scorer? He's tied with Tide?
No, one behind Krause. Didn't Krause get his 16th last night?
16th last night.
One behind Krause.
I don't know. Like, where was Krause on minutes?
I don't know, but I want to see him 19. Go to the All-Star game and fire like frozen hamburgers at Sharks or something. 7 minutes more
than Krause. I'm just saying, I get it. He's got to be on the ice for the power play. I get it, but that's a lot of ice time for a forward on a back-to-back.
And he didn't even go out at the beginning of that 4 minute.
No.
Because he was getting stitched up on the bench.
So I'm just wondering, and I'm just wondering that there are some players, and I'll go like an Erik Karlsson, who's used to playing those kind of minutes, and you watch how Erik Karlsson plays those minutes. There are opportunities when a player like Erik Karlsson gets to rest while he's playing.
Yeah, he managed the game.
He manages the game better. Keller, as a forward in the position he plays and the amount he plays, it's hard to manage those minutes like that. That is a lot of ice time. I'm absolutely shocked that he played that much.
A-Root said he could cross-check someone else in the face and get a rest.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. I thought he was going to get a game suspension. Here he ends up playing 26.
I know, maybe he was like,
minutes a night.
Dang it, I'm just kidding.
The fear with playing somebody that much if you're pushing for a playoff spot and you're two games out of it with 3 games to go, play him 40 minutes. I don't give a shit. But right now, I worry about back-to-backs, 3 and 4, playing that much ice, and you start to worry about injuries. That's all. Okay, moving on.
All fair.
Well, congrats to Clayton Keller. It was worth it because he gets the privilege and honor of being named tonight's DraftKings King of the Game. 1 goal, 2 drawn penalties, and a couple of stitches.
Thank God he had that mouth guard in. Oh, wait.
What
if he loses teeth on that? Do his mom and dad get mad? Because I would. If that was my kid, but put your damn mouth guard in. I'd call him every game.
I think he can get new ones.
You think he can?
Yeah.
New teeth?
Yep.
It's not really the most pleasant experience to sit through, though.
Yeah,
New teeth?
well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
just saying. But congrats to Kels, and hopefully he can
Get
be
a rest.
productive and get a rest at the same time.
So they'll take tomorrow off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on.
They're
Flying
flying
back from Canada.
Oh, yeah, it's customs. Bleh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's customs.
What is right?
Yeah,
It
they'll be
is.
off tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll be off tomorrow.
Maybe
and
they'll
then
have a skate on Tuesday
a light skate Tuesday before Detroit, and then
for the Red
Ovi.
Wings, and then Ovi.
Oi, 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 oi.
Remember the old games against Detroit when it was Datsuk and Zetterberg rolling in and Lindstrom, and you go, "Oh my God, they're going to get their ass kicked."
I loved
again."
watching that team.
That might be like I'll go the Colorado Sakic Forsberg teams and the Detroit Datsuk Zetterberg teams.
That's fair.
Some of the most fun hockey I've ever got to watch. This Detroit team is not that.
No.
They have some fun players though.
Yeah.
Dylan Larkin
They
can
keep
play.
waving them.
Larkin
yeah,
can play.
what is it? It's like $8 million of
Yeah.
contract.
Nedeljkovic, yeah.
Yeah, and Jacob Prana.
Yikes.
So,
Well, that should be an interesting one.
It will be.
If you want to bet on
Winnable.
it, you can. There were the NFL games today were crazy.
Leah, you know who you don't bet on?
The Minnesota Vikings.
Exactly.
I was trying to not go there for you. Luckily, Sean's Buffalo Bills pulled through because we were literally, the three of us were texting. Like, if the Bills lose, Sean might not come to work, and we might not have a producer tonight.
Yeah, I thought
Especially
that
up
might happen.
17-0.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about it. But
And last night's 27-0. Yeah, like DraftKings.
DraftKings has live betting
Opportunity.
too, by the way. So
I
you can always
know.
live bet a team if they're down because they could come back.
Yeah, they could.
But it's a great time to bet on football because right now, all new and existing customers on DraftKings can get a no-sweat bet each day of the wild card round this weekend, which was great for me when I had Chargers -2.5. So I got that. I just got it back in a free bet. So no sweat, as DraftKings says. So place any NFL bet of your choice, and if it loses, you'll get a free bet back up to $10. Download DraftKings Sportsbook and use code PHNX. New customers can bet $5 on the NFL and get $200 in free bets instantly. Only at DraftKings with code PHNX. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. What are you drinking?
Well, I'm going to have to talk to management because I went for a kilt lifter right now and they're out. So I went with my
That just goes
second
to
favorite.
show how good they are, though.
My second favorite, the Rattle On Red Ale with the Diamondback logo, because they are the only team in Arizona that has not lost in the month of January.
Yeah, true. So support.
Professional team, sorry. I know there's a basketball
Thank
team
you.
here that
Thank you.
forks up, but
What
the
are you
Rattle On
drinking,
Red.
Craig?
Arsenic.
Okay. Great. Well, we do have a fridge full of Four Peaks here, and you can grab Four Peaks wherever you buy your beer, whether it's the grocery store, Target, Walmart, or head on over to the 8th Street Pub and get your beer there. And we'll be there on January 5th as last Wednesdays are back. Join the PHNX crew at the 8th Street Pub on the 25th. We'll be the first show live at 11 a.m. Enjoy $3 beer specials and come say hi to us.
Chicken strips. Try the dip. Try the French dip. I don't think it's called French dip there, but try the dip if you haven't had it yet.
Okay, I haven't. Craig,
that's
you
also
were
really
an
good.
influencer among the PHNX
I was.
folk about the food to get there.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be 21 or older to come just to drink, but hope we see everybody there at last Wednesday later this month.
Craig, you all right, man? I don't know where it's coming from, but I like it.
Maybe, talking about arsenic. Okay.
Oh,
Is there any? Oh no! We'll send you some Four Peaks, David. There's no Four Peaks in Wyoming.
That is sad.
That is really upsetting. I would
that
be
you
very
probably
upset.
need some there. Sorry.
Is there
all
anything
of our
else you
Wyoming
guys want to
listeners.
talk about from the game?
What game?
I know Craig doesn't want to say
Vikings?
anything else, but
No,
I'll give you the chance.
I may be a little negative from my earlier sports experience in the day, and it's wearing off on the Coyotes because this was actually a pretty good game. They had good offensive opportunities. I thought they picked it up in the second and third. They were in it till the buzzer. The Brown post, the chances, the Fisher chances. It was a
Fourth
pretty
down
good
pass
game.
behind the line of scrimmage. Sorry.
A reverse to your quarterback. Like, what the is that? Like, you think
I don't know what
Cousins
they're
can
doing.
run?
I don't know what they were doing.
And Fisher out in front of the net, and Vejmelka played well. I think overall they didn't have defensive breakdowns like we've seen over the last few games. The power play goal was a great goal. I think overall this honestly was one of their better games in the last few weeks. Holding this team to a 2-1 margin, I think this was I'm going to put this up in a win column.
they just need to get the offense going again.
Yeah, and the only way you do that, Leah, is you shoot. You got to shoot the puck.
We're like those people yelling in this shoot. But that's actually us in our more furniture recliners is literally yelling, shoot the puck.
Yeah.
Which, shout out again to Clayton Keller, because we were saying, why aren't you shooting? But he was patient. He knew.
Yeah, he was patient.
Yeah, he's better at hockey than I am.
So we've got to decide where that next win is. And we see that, I think maybe Detroit, if they play like this against Detroit with a day off, this is a game that they can win. They can beat Detroit if they play like this again. I just don't think they can play like this again. Their ability to put games together like this hasn't been there, and their ability to defend multiple games in a row has also not been there. So that's the concern. I've said it once and I'll say it for the second time. I'm really concerned about Thursday.
Yeah.
But I saw somebody, because I don't pay attention, but somebody's going to the game on Thursday. Was it Nicholas going to the game?
I don't know.
Somebody's got tickets like Thursday. Like,
love it.
Can you imagine seeing Alex Ovechkin
in the mullet? The highest up you are is the 13th row.
Are you out of your mind?
That's unreal.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know it was there and somebody's going.
Oh, yeah, it was Nicholas.
See? Nicholas is going and seeing Ovi at the mullet. Yes, please. And again,
I'm going.
Well, yeah. But does anybody? Yeah. Okay. But so we went and saw Matthews there. It is like, you're like, oh my God. Like,
and not only that, if you go and not like, people are definitely catching on to this, but if you go down on the lower concourse to the what is that?
North side.
The northeast corner of the building. And there's the plexiglass where the visiting team walks right by. So you can literally go stand there and be like 10 feet away from Ovechkin.
Yes. Like, why wouldn't you? Right before warm-ups or right towards the end of a period, go down there, get a popcorn and a beer. The stand is literally there. You can actually be ordering a beer and a popcorn while you watch Ovechkin walk by.
Yep.
That's probably what I would do.
Very cool.
So have fun, Nicholas.
Let's look at the upcoming schedule. I'm gonna switch things around.
We're gonna go early.
Yeah, we're gonna switch things around. Oh, and we get to see the whole next week too. Woo! Okay.
Are you on?
Take us to the break.
Oh, Vegas.
That is to the break, right? That's
Vegas a week from today. Anaheim. Two massive games against Anaheim Tuesday and Saturday, including an 8:30 p.m.
If they can drop those two, the 24th and the 28th, the tank might be for real. The tank is officially back on. Woo! On the tank train.
Do tanks have horns?
Tickets. Why not? Ours can.
Tank train.
Tank train.
On the tank train.
Got it.
This one can.
DP's like, can he go?
Is there a win in the next 2 weeks? But actually,
I am concerned. Detroit is potentially winnable, and I am worried about the games with Anaheim because that is a bad hockey team.
It's a really bad hockey team that's given up a boatload of goals.
The game in the mullet on the 24th, I would actually think, going into the DraftKings Sportsbook app, that the Coyotes will be minus money on that one.
Interesting. We'll have to pay attention to that.
I think they will be.
I think that could be really.
That's the winnable is the 24th, 28th. It's the last game before the All-Star break. They're playing late at night.
It's the last game on the schedule.
Yeah,
for the entire
I don't like
NHL.
their chances in that one. Although they may go to a shootout. I'm predicting shootout.
Why would you say that?
Shootout on the last game before the schedule, so it can go till 11.
What?
So we don't go on the air till like 1 a.m.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just telling you what I think.
Well, I think that the tank is in full force. I mean, the Coyotes are right now, they're 5 points ahead of Chicago, but they're only within 3 of Columbus and Anaheim. So they're definitely in the mix there. And it was a big day for the tank all around because Montreal and Vancouver both won tonight.
And how far are they away?
They are now 8 points away from the Coyotes. So that was huge tonight.
Gone. That's gone, right?
Imagine if those teams had lost and the Coyotes had won tonight. Like, that would be horrible. So you got to find the victories where you can. That's definitely one for me. We'll see. I mean, this losing streak, it's plummeting the Coyotes down in the standings. The other teams, some of them are doing their part. Chicago, get it together. We thought you had something going on there, but that's okay. But you got to take the.
But it's 3 points from Anaheim. If they lose those 2 games to Anaheim jumps over them. Like, yes. Like, I didn't think the Coyotes, after their start in the first 25 games, I thought there was no chance.
They looked too good for a stretch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the way they were playing in the mullet, I said no chance.
That in particular.
And now, buddy, there are 2 games away. By the break, this team could be in 31st.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Chicago's going to win.
We're at 14 sides already on the OG.
It has been a high size Sunday.
Yeah. Well.
Just saying.
Understood.
Very high Sunday. Okay, a couple other things to get to But before we do, at least, Petey, we are sitting here instead of going through customs, boarding a plane.
This is true.
Crossing a time zone, crossing a border to get home. Probably, I don't know what time they're going to land. Like midnight, maybe, Arizona time? I don't know.
Oh, later.
No, later, yeah.
Yep, later.
Okay, so after midnight, and here we
want
are.
to meet him at the airport?
That's a song. You know that song.
I don't.
Never
Sorry. But we're very happy to be sitting here in our More Furniture chairs.
We're very happy.
Very happy. You got here immediately reclined.
Yep.
Always in the recliner.
More Furniture recliners.
We love our More Furniture. And
did you know that the trays spin, the food trays spin? I was denting Leah's water bottle.
Yeah,
all
he
night.
was.
I was very aware of the spinning
very
tables.
excited by the
Do you know
fact
they
that
also come out of those and you put them on either
Yeah,
side?
I did that last
I did,
night
but I
when-
didn't want to do that because then I
They're
couldn't spin it and hit
ambidextrous
Leah's water
tables.
bottle.
You could also charge your
Wasn't as
phones
much
on them.
fun.
Anyway,
And they
we
also light
love
up.
More
The cup holders
Furniture.
light up,
If
too.
you're looking for
Just
some
saying.
furniture for yourself, save big on the best furniture in the Valley when you head to morefurniture.com. That's MOR furniture.com. And I see Charles is here in the chat. And last night in our chat, we talked about illegal Pete's, and Charles said, I got to go and try the queso. Well,
And?
today he tweets a photo.
Tweeted
he
it.
went to Illegal Pete's. He got a burrito. He got queso. And I said, how was it? And he said, you were right. The hype is real. The queso is amazing.
Wow.
So I'm not out here telling you to do something that I don't truly believe in. Go try Illegal Pete's, especially with a couple Coyotes games coming up this week. If you're heading out to the Mullet, you can stop by Mill Ave before. Check out Illegal Pete's. It's so good. If you're in Tucson, they have Illegal Pete's there as well. We love it. And you can pick and choose what you want. You can make it healthy for yourself. If you're looking, if you have dietary restrictions, it's very easy to get around because you just tell the person what it is you want. And they have a bar there. Get some margaritas, get the queso, get the guac.
Would you get
their chips are
a
also
bowl
really
full
good.
of queso, like soup? Would you eat it that like soup?
With a
Is it
spoon,
that
you
good?
mean?
Yeah.
Like no chips?
Yes.
No, like if you
Or is that
if
too
you
much?
if you force me to, I would. But the chips are just so good.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
Okay.
the combo.
Just
It's the
ask, 'cause I
combo.
saw Charles had it on his thing, his plate.
But he had like a normal size, not a bowl.
He did not have a bowl. It was just a normal
Yes,
size
but-
of queso.
Check out Illegal Pete's. It's Argo's 2 spots in Tempe. So try it and then tweet at me a photo so I can live vicariously through you as you eat Illegal Pete's, because I would eat it every single day.
Karen's going to the ASU swim meet and stopping at Illegal Pete's. Does
Love
our
it.
ASU show do a post game for the swim meets? No.
They are the best program in the
Just
country,
saying.
though. Just saying.
Bob Bowman.
Love it. What's his name? Leon
Marchand,
Yep. Leon
one of the
Marchand.
best swimmers in the world.
Yeah. At ASU.
At ASU?
Yep.
So there you go. They're good at so many things. Triathlon.
They
Cliff
are.
English.
We are better than good at triathlon.
No, I know,
We
you're
are
elite.
the
Cliff
best.
English is like a god.
Elite.
Yes. Just
triathletes.
He just wins every year.
Tune into PHNX.
They were a
Sentinels.
softball wagon, I'm concerned, but that's a whole nother
one
show.
of the best wrestling programs in the country.
Zeke
as well.
Jones.
One of the
Are
best.
they wrestling at the Mullet?
Yep.
Have they
yeah.
wrestled
They
at the
do
Mullet
wrestle
yet?
at the
Yeah.
mullet. They're not housed at the mullet, but they wrestle at the mullet.
They wrestle?
Yeah.
Wrestling has its own facility when
Yeah,
they train.
but they've wrestled at the Mullet this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. That's really cool. All right. Well, let's talk about something that came up in the intermission on the broadcast, which was we were seeing the clip of a new Numanen.
Teppo Numanen.
Why I was thinking
Teppo
I was
Numanen.
thinking with
The
the
Repo
T.
Man.
The Repo
Yeah.
Man.
Numanen getting his number in the Coyotes Ring of Honor. And then they showed Timo Solani and Numanen together at current day Winnipeg Jets land. And this is something Craig even brought up
so confusing.
wanting to talk about
I'm
last night.
so confused.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. I'm just going to lay it out and then we can argue our sides. The Arizona Coyotes stemmed from the Winnipeg Jets,
1.0.
came to Arizona, became the Phoenix Coyotes, then Arizona Coyotes. The current Winnipeg Jets were the Atlanta Thrashers. Came from Atlanta.
there was an expansion team.
relocated. Yeah.
in Atlanta.
That was expansion. So that was like a brand new team. Then it moved, became Winnipeg Jets 2.0.
Yes.
The current Winnipeg Jets, which is not the same franchise
At all.
at all, like takes the history of the Arizona Coyotes franchise. So like Timo Solani was never played for the franchise of this Winnipeg Jets, but he is out there and he's being
Different
honored.
building, different
But I
city.
get-
Or
I-
city same,
It's-
sorry.
Yeah, and I get
Yeah.
that the city's the same. I get the city part because I get, especially with Team Solani, because he never was here. Like, he means something to the city of Winnipeg, but he was never a Thrasher Jet. He was a Coyote Jet. And I'm just confused about like what things they share when it wasn't the same franchise. I know Craig thinks a little bit different. I don't know where you stand, but I'll let Craig give his 2 cents.
My take is we should all just get along. It's not that big a deal.
Oh, sure.
Oh my God.
That's not
Are you out of
take
your
at
mind?
all.
Do you think that is a real Craig Morgan take?
It is. I'm the most likable, cuddly guy you'll
Oh my
ever
God.
meet. It's true. I think these two franchises should just share their damn histories. It's not that big a deal. Who cares?
Look at Caleb.
They
get
share
Kovalchuk and
the
Heatley.
histories. What?
They get Kovalchuk and Heatley. We get Newman and Solani. It's just the way it works. Sorry.
I will
So
say-
both press media guys
Did
have the
Teemu
Jets in
go
it?
to Winnipeg for that ceremony? Did he go to Winnipeg for that ceremony?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did because it's important to Teemu. He doesn't care what you think about the histories. Teemu gets to choose. He gets to choose that he's a part of that. And that's fine. It's not that big a deal.
But what about, okay, I'll give you that. I will give you the ceremony. But what about the actual record books and the statistics that they're keeping in their press books?
It's a fair question. It's tough.
Yeah, that one's, I don't know.
I will say, in the NHL games, the EA Sports NHL games, the current Jets get all of the Jets retro jerseys in their jersey selection. The Yotes only have Kachinas and the Howling.
It's been a
Have
quarter
it.
century. Like, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It's just weird.
Just
Well, then
share.
should Steen be in the Ring of Honor here?
Share in
Should
kindergarten.
Should
I'm
Steen
an
be in
only
the Ring of
child,
Honor?
Craig.
Oh,
I don't
there you
share.
go.
Should Steen be in the Ring of Honor here then? Like
No.
Newmanen. 1,000% yes, because Newmanen was an Arizona Phoenix Coyote and he
No,
was
I don't-
phenomenal.
No, I don't think any of those. I don't care
Howard
about.
Chuck?
I don't care about the Winnipeg
Steen?
history here. But if they want to have it, if they want to keep part of that, sure, go ahead. Put it here. Put it in Winnipeg too. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. I would like, yeah, okay. I could see it. Tkachuk did both, but Tkachuk was a Coyote and Tkachuk did great things here. So yes, Ronak, yes.
Shane Doan too.
Shane Doan, drafted by them. Yes, but I think in the actual annals of NHL statistics and record books, that franchise, meaning Winnipeg, their numbers, records, all of that has to be with this franchise. Has to be. Okay. I don't care what you put in the Ring of Honor, what are your ceremonies, who's in the goddamn parade, but in the actual record books and the vault that they kept it there, that franchise became this franchise, period.
Yeah.
I will also say if they're
And I
putting
did use the word annals, so people I know got a little worried
Nice.
here on the
Nice little drop.
censors. The FCC censors
Love
were
it.
like almost pushed the button.
if they are using old Jets history in their press books and stuff, do they acknowledge the fact that there was a just period of time where they didn't exist?
I don't know.
Just thought that would be
I don't
interesting.
know. This is literally more than I've ever thought about it, and I've thought about it. I shouldn't have done it today. Like if you would have told me yesterday, I would have said HK, but today I K. K about a lot of things today in sports.
You're not HK.
Yeah, I'm not in my normal self today.
Vaguely sober with
It's got like shoe grit on the back
whatever.
of it. just saying.
Vaguely sober with a super chat. Somebody mentioned catnip edibles. I don't know.
Wait, what?
What show is he listening to?
Not sure
What?
vaguely, but we
Is
do
this the
appreciate
He's
cause?
on
your,
the OGs.
yeah, we do appreciate your super chat. I think we're up to 16 sides on the PD side counter.
It has been a busy
This
day.
is long overdue, PD.
And do we have an OG's read today?
We're
No,
just
'cause-
acknowledging we love OGs.
Buddy, I sat at the tea party and visited with OGs for a very long time.
So did I. I chatted with all the sponsors actually. A lot of nice people.
OGs.
Really nice people.
Yeah.
Amazing.
If you have questions, they were there for answers. Sorry, I didn't mean to. But the side counter, but yeah, if I'm on OGs though, the side counter would go down. I can't go on OGs on the show because I got to drive home.
Yeah.
True.
It's a conundrum.
21 and older, enjoy responsibly. But we talked about how delicious they were. We sampled the non-medicated gummies at the tea party as well.
Money.
Very, very good. You should definitely try it.
Yes.
Okay. One
Okay.
more Coyotes adjacent topic before we wrap up. There's some rumors circulating that Rick Tocchet is going to become the next head coach of the Vancouver Canucks, which, by the way, just shout out to Elias Pettersson for that shootout move to win tonight against Carolina. Wow. Unreal. Go look that up if you didn't get to see that. But it's just whether or not true, I don't know. But like, does it make sense? There's a couple things. The first being, if you're losing and you're already that close to the bottom, do you want to just lose out in one of the best drafts ever? Why change? Are you trying to win? It's not like they're a bubble team that is like, oh, maybe we need a change to push them all the way to the playoffs. That's number one. And then number two, when I think of Rick Tocchet, I think of OEL and Garland, and I just remember OEL and Rick Tocchet maybe not having the best awkward relationship. So
yeah,
just like a couple interesting things for me in that decision, but I don't like, again, who knows, but what do you think?
First of all, like what you brought up earlier, you're not making the playoffs. So in this draft, don't you just want to lose at this point? Keep Bruce Boudreau. How weird is it?
Make a change in the summer.
How weird is it for Bruce Boudreau to be listening to all this? There's a coach there right now. It's not an opening.
It's a human being,
but there's like,
too.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm going to be on Vancouver radio in the morning because the text to me was with Rick Tocchet coming to Vancouver. I was like, whoa, hold up. It's not a done deal yet, but they're treating it like that. Bruce Boudreau's still behind the bench. It's really weird to be talking like that when you still have a coach who has a job. They won tonight. He's not going to be fired now. It's a bizarre situation.
It is so strange. And I'm going to step aside with some of my feelings on this because I know a lot of people involved in it. So I'm going to just, in generalities, when a coach is getting ready to be fired, I've talked about Bruce Boudreau being fired since the last day of last season.
Yep.
I said they need to make that change. I am surprised as hell he is sitting here at 40 games and he's still coaching. But this is a team that expected to make the playoffs this year or at least compete to be in the playoffs. They had no idea they were going to be this bad. Now, when you see how important Connor Bedard can be to your franchise, Craig, I don't know why. The best way to be bad is have a really horseshit disruptive locker room. You lose when people aren't getting along, when you don't get along with the coach, the manager, the players, that kind of a toxic atmosphere, you can't win. They have that. That's what Vancouver has right now. It's a mess. Players are unhappy. OEL got benched, which caused problems. Pearson's injury is causing problems within the room. There's a clash between the coach and the players. If you want to lose, they have got the absolute perfect recipe because I think they're going to. What does that change do for them now? The reason they make that change is if you want to get ahead of this and you want to be a playoff team in 23-24, that doesn't happen overnight. That is a very long process. It is starting day by day at getting things differently. And I mean how you practice, how you prepare for that day, how you have your meetings, how the players relate to each other and to the coaching staff. All of those things can start more quickly if you make a coaching changes now. And believe me, if there is a coaching change in Vancouver now, there is going to be no bar on set on, well, he's got to go in there and win. There is absolutely, he doesn't have to go in there and win. So there's no pressure for him to go in there and win right now. There isn't. I think that makes it easier for everybody. And I think that gets some idea of what the plan is, what the systems are, what the future looks like going into that. And you know what else it does, Craig? Because free agents go, gosh, you know what? I've got perception of Coach B, and now I've worked for Coach B. Yeah, I've played 30 games under him. You know what? Maybe he isn't what I thought he was. Maybe I want to stay. I think there is some merit to make that change.
Gives Rick Tocchet a chance to assess his personnel 100%. Too, right? You get in there and you watch him play in NHL games. Flip side of this, you know, in terms of fixing culture or perceived bad culture, devil's advocate for a moment here.
Sure.
The team the Coyotes just played tonight, Rick Bowness. Winnipeg's culture was supposed to be horrible. That's what he'd heard going in. Oh, it's going to take a while to turn that around. Winnipeg's in first place in the division. Rick Bowness did it instantly.
He did. And make no mistake about it. That is absolutely due to Rick Bowness and what he did. And I'm sure he had management and ownership buy-in and support with taking the C away from Blake Wheeler. And that's 100% where it started, with him putting the hammer down, taking the C away, and it has changed that room immediately. Rick Bowness is a good man. He's a good coach. And I tell you what, he's good at communicating. So now if Rick Tocchet, by the way, Rick Tocchet has a job.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people remember that.
A really good job.
A very nice one where he
that pays him a lot of money to work one day a week.
Yeah.
And I know he's listening because he listens to us every day live. So
he does listen to us sometimes.
But he's not. But he has a job.
Rick flies really well too. Let's just get that out there too.
So
good setup, Rick.
everybody's supposing something that has yet to happen because he's got a job.
Yeah.
But if he does go in there, now he's got an opportunity to just exactly what you said. Now you can start a new culture, and culture is such an overused word in sports.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the word culture because I've heard it, and this is a honest to God fact. I heard this year, and I'm going to piss some people off here. Every coach I've heard come in here, and I worked for a lot of them, they said, I've got to fix the culture.
Yeah.
And I'm talking every coach has said that.
It's a cliche.
It's a cliche. I got to fix, like what Dave Tippett's culture, you got to change that. Went to the Western Finals. What's wrong with his culture? Oh, you got to change Rick Tocchet's culture? Like, he's won Stanley Cups. Like, what? Like, pump the Jets a little bit here on changing culture. You just do things differently. And the way you run an organization and a locker room is different than the coach before. It's not a culture. You think there's a coach in sports that wants to lose?
No.
Come on.
But which coach in any franchise has ever come in and not said, yeah, we need to establish a culture? Come on. Any sport. We need to establish my way of doing things. That's what that means. There's so many of those in sports. We can make a list.
But
we
that
can have a whole show, by the way, of those cliches like, a players only meeting. They've called a players only meeting.
Do that in the summer.
Most overrated thing around. Who cares?
So don't
we should do a summer show.
Don't get caught up on that, on the culture thing.
I think this is like both sides of this argument are really interesting.
What I find, there's a couple other things I find interesting about this. You've talked about the relationships with some of the players that Rick Tocchet had here, and they are now there. That is going to be an interesting dynamic if he goes there
with OEL. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Yeah, their relationship was not good,
and that's going to be interesting.
Wasn't good
because OEL is getting benched now.
Yes.
So how does that change with a new coach? I don't know,
especially a coach that he has this kind of history with.
So we'll see. I think if there is a coaching change, like to me, it's an all-star break change because it's an easy change to make and you have more time for a transition. But if it goes till the end of the year, it goes till the end of the year. Mm-hmm. Bruce Boudreau has 0% chance of coaching this team next year. Like zero. His contract's up. There is no love lost. He is gone. And you've heard his comments. He wakes up every day surprised he's going to be there the next day. I just want to see if I'm going to be at work the next day. That's how I feel here some days and probably tomorrow.
I will say this about Bruce Boudreau from a media standpoint with quotes. He's money to cover. He's incredible.
Unreal.
Okay, I just want to say something. Favors Will just pointing this out. Like, Petey, right next to your head, it says culture on the wall.
Culture.
Unbelievable.
I didn't even.
Did somebody point that out?
Such a sports cliche.
We're talking about culture.
That's wild.
That is crazy.
I've like never noticed.
It's like a Twilight Zone moment, and it has to be right by me.
Yeah. Anyway,
and I'll end it with Rick Tocchet still has a job, and the rumors are out there rampant across. But I've seen that before. I've seen it with other coaches, other names. It's absolutely going to happen, and then it doesn't happen. And if it does, I wish him the absolute best
friend
of luck.
The show.
I like Rick Tocchet. I think he's a better X's and O's guy than people really give him credit for. He studies the game better than people really know.
He really does put that time in.
Yes, he is a hockey guy. He's not people think he's a bear and a bull in a china shop. He is not. He is really good as X's and O's, and I think that's where he can help somebody. And people don't believe me when I say that. But he really does study the game, and X's and O's can help a team that doesn't play with a lot of structure. And Vancouver doesn't play with a lot of structure right now. He could help in that. Whether he does or not will be determined. And we wish him the best of luck.
Yeah,
if not,
absolutely.
We'll have him on the show one way or the other.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Exactly. Okay. Well, that was good. That was a very good discussion about multiple sides.
It sucks from the staff point. I've been in the room when the coach gets fired. And it is, you talk about everybody scared shitless in the room. From the players, am I going to lose my ice time? Am I still going to be on the power play? Do I like this guy? Am I not going to like this guy? Do I need to get out? Do I need to get traded? To every employee, what time is he going to make us come in the morning? How late are we going to have to stay? Are we expected to do this? What are we going to do on the road? Like, it is so, it changes everybody's life overnight. And especially for a guy in my job, by the way, the video guy, because we call the other video guys. So what's that guy like? Is he a lot of video? Stay away from video? Does he do his own video? Like, it is, people's lives change dramatically in this. Anyway, sorry.
Well, we'll see who's behind the bench when the Vancouver Canucks come here on March 16th is the next time the Coyotes play the Canucks. So still a little bit of
will we still be here in March?
Yeah. And the March schedule doesn't look any better than the
March
January
is bad
one.
Too. But February's okay.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, it's nuts.
You don't even need to see the words. You just need to see the colors. Yeah, that's bad.
Why don't they just play 82 games in 4 months?
But
and
look
just
at
get
all.
over
Okay, but that's an actual homestand. Like the 3rd to the 9th. That's an actual homestand.
Fine, but that's a lot of games.
No. I'm just saying for the players. So
are you out of your mind?
Lots of home games coming up. The Coyotes have played like almost their entire road schedule at this point, it feels like. So lots of games for you to get to go to. We already gave you the plug for how to see the superstars on the away teams when you're at Mullet. Go to Mullet Arena. Check it out. It's amazing. It's a really, really cool experience we only get to experience this for a short window of time. So grab your tickets on Game Time. Download the app. It's super, 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 super simple to use. You can buy your parking pass on there also. If you wait last minute, you can save up to 60% off on tickets. Check out Game Time. And the best way to support us is by buying your ticket through the link below in our description. And we love to hear everybody's success stories about using Game Time. So keep sharing that with us. And in this game, I don't know what I would have taken for higher or lower in this game, like before on Underdog. What do you think? Oh, did you do one? You did a pick'em?
Didn't go well, did it?
I forgot about
What's
it.
the side count now? Because that was a side.
It was 19, so that was 20. Wow. Yeah, this is an
20
all-time side count episode. But while Petey's looking up his pick'em game, you can play the pick'em game on Underdog. You can play daily fantasy on Underdog. It's super fun because, especially with today, with all the NFL games, you can do drafts just for certain slates of games, including with the NHL as well. The pick'em game's super fun. Higher or lower? How'd you do?
I had 2 pushes, Kyle Connor and Brent Burns. And Nick Schmaltz, I didn't get, and Connor Garland
bummer.
didn't come through.
Bummer. But you could also...
It was fun and it was easy.
Fun and easy.
5 to win 100.
You can get insurance.
I could get insurance, but why would you do that? I want to...
Yeah, but...
If you're going to do it, do it.
If you want to win some money.
I was close.
If you miss a leg and with insurance. You were very close. And you could do it without your own money because right now
21.
if you download Underdog or go to underdogfantasy.com, sign up with the promo code PHNX, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. So
can't beat that.
Get that extra 100.
And it's easy.
And then if you...
easy.
It's like it
so
couldn't
easy.
be more simple. It is, and it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun.
I would did better in baseball than I do in the hockey part.
Interesting. All right. Well,
I'm into in-law OG Psy territory right now.
21
yeah, seriously, you are.
This is unreal. This is unreal. Wow.
Your in-laws have finally left, by the way, right?
They have gone.
Yeah, there you go.
But this is in-law level Psy.
Yeah, it is.
Counter numbers.
I don't know if this is gonna make you feel better or worse, but let's look at the punch card because we're finally
that one closer, I guess.
We're definitely closer. We're definitely getting
Can they
a
go
lot
a whole
of
red row?
They could. They definitely could.
Detroit makes it a whole red row because I keep saying the OB, but watch them beat OB.
No, Washington does.
I know, but
you think
I'm saying no? I'm saying
no
OB.
way they lose.
There's no way they win that.
I mean, win, yeah.
But watch them win that one.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it always.
I just want to watch Ovi.
I
84 goals away.
How many?
2 more. 84 goals
so
away.
So he might get it on Thursday.
Seriously, the way he's going. Plays 2 more games before he comes here. So, wow,
crazy.
Right.
Wow,
crazy.
I can't even imagine seeing him in that building. And you don't think he's going to get in there and want to score from his little spot on home plate? You know he is. He is going to take so many shots. If we're talking about Underdog, take the higher because he is going to shoot a ton of pucks in the mullet.
Yep. We'll talk more about betting later in the week on our Wednesday show, which is going to kind of preview that game as well.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll get to that later in the week.
We're
I just remembered
Wednesday?
one more thing that I wanted to bring up from today. I completely forgot till right now. Connor Geekie was in attendance at this game. Of course, he plays for the Winnipeg Ice of the WHL. So if you were watching the game on Bally, you saw Todd Walsh catch up with him. You saw him maybe on the Arizona Coyotes Twitter. And we need to talk about his outfit. We really do. Let's pull it up here. This is a screenshot from his interview he gave for the Arizona Coyotes Twitter. What a fit. What a fit. I love this guy. Like
the lid is amazing.
The turtleneck with the gold chain.
Yeah.
And then the Peaky Blinders hat.
The turtleneck and the lid are
into
fantastic.
It, Craig, but I love that he just went
DP,
for it.
can we say that's drip?
Oh yeah, it's certified drip.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
Sean's
money.
wearing a chain. How do you feel about that?
Not a fan of the chain.
What?
It's not a gold chain,
Straight
though.
to
Just gonna come out and
Sean's
say it.
Look
face.
at
That's
Karen's
fine.
with you. Karen says bad
No,
outfit.
I love it.
Especially when he had the pea coat on when he was talking to.
See, peacoats. Yeah, that's good.
But
Too.
But
That's good.
For me, it's all about the hair. That is
the
sick
hair
hockey
is unreal.
flow. buddy, let's go.
Well, you know what? That outfit just like it just shows he just has confidence.
It's like Gangs of New York vibe, right?
It is, but it is.
Yes, Paul just said that outfit screams confidence. That's exactly
it
what I
does,
said.
and that mullet in the mullet. I know it's a verge of being a mullet. Can you imagine this kid down the wing next year? Yes, please.
Not next year.
Oh, I don't know.
Slow your roll.
Sign him
Slow
up.
your roll,
Let's
buddy.
go.
Connor
Bedard, Connor Geekie.
Just get the Connors. Connor McDavid. I'm just kidding.
Connor McDavid. Connor Matthews.
Connor Matthews.
Connor Cooley. Get them all here.
Just rename them. Rebranded. Sorry. Your first name's now
He kind
Connor.
of had the Joe Burrow vibe, though, didn't he? Joe Burrow would pull that off with the turtleneck.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
He has. Yeah, he's rocked the turtleneck.
Yeah, for sure he's got the turtleneck. He doesn't do the Peaky Blinder hat, but the kid's got confidence. And here's the other thing that kid has. He's got size. He can skate pretty well for a big guy, gets to the net and provides offense. Another really good draft pick, and you've seen what Logan Cooley has done this season in college. Those are two guys from this most recent draft that you go and go, yeah, they hit on these two kids early. I know it's early, Craig, but a year after the draft, you're going, yeah, these guys you can get excited about.
Centers.
Excited.
Centers.
Yep.
Need
Coyotes
centers.
need them.
Let's go.
All right. Well,
Sorry.
It's all right.
we made it through another game. And we made it through 9 straight losses, and we still had fun. We had fun because
A lot of fun.
We can talk about whatever. The chat was on fire tonight. We appreciate everybody in the chat. Like this video if you're watching live or watching after the fact. And if you're listening on audio, give us a follow. Leave us a review. Give us a like wherever you get your podcast. We really appreciate that as well. We're going to be off tomorrow. We have, just look at the show, look at the game schedule. That's our schedule. We're here after every single game. So be sure to subscribe to PHNX Sports on YouTube so you never miss a post-game show. And we're also going to be live Wednesday at 11 a.m. talking some Washington Capitals and a few other things. That's a special occasion.
Will be here. Beat Red for the Athletic, who covers the Capitals. And
on Wednesday?
Covers Ovi, yeah.
When's that show?
11 a.m.
I thanks. I just checking. I figured
it's
you guys
all about
would know.
Ovi this week.
Yep.
It's all about Ovi.
Absolutely. So that's our schedule for the week. We hope to see you all there on YouTube following along with us. We appreciate you all immensely. Be sure to follow PHNX Sports across all social platforms. Follow us on Twitter at Craig S. Morgan, at Leah Merrill, at S. Peters Hockey, at Sean_DePaz, and of course at PHNX_Coyotes on Twitter. Become a diehard, join the family. We appreciate you all, everybody, and we will chat with you on Tuesday. Until then, have a great rest of your night, everyone.